Doctors, therapists, and tutors say there are 3 times during the year when more parents and families reach out for help with a child who seems to be struggling. In the fall, after parent-teacher conferences, after the start of the year when those mid-year test results come back, and right about now when children and families can take a break in the summer to try to find answers.
And she was in first grade when we realized.
Different children.
We discovered that she had dyslexia probably around 10 years old.
And different difficulties.
Reading, the comprehension just wasn't there. She would confuse P, D, Q, B.
She's a little different. She would see parts of letters when she'd look at a word. So she'd look at cat. She would see part of the C, part of the A, and then see the T.
Both these women have daughters who struggled with dyslexia in the early years of elementary school.
You don't really know what you're looking for. I think ADD, ADHD mirrors a lot of the dyslexia traits. So I think there can be some confusion, and dyslexia is such a broad spectrum. It's not just the reversal of letters. It's a whole gamut of things. It's, the processing, the comprehension.
That's why dyslexia is often referred to as a hidden disability. And it isn't the only challenge quietly holding kids back.
My focus has been on children with developmental language disorders that are sometimes an invisible disability.
IU South Bend Assistant Professor of Speech Language Pathology Alicia Springle is a board-certified specialist in child language.
That developmental language disorder is one of the earliest things that can affect later academic and life outcomes.
She says developmental language disorder is much more common than autism spectrum disorder and ADHD, but gets far less attention and may be misdiagnosed early on.
Children who are very intelligent can often work their way around some of their language challenges and succeed in their communication attempts and their learning and grow until they get to this critical point where it's their cognitive resources just break down.
A developmental language disorder can interfere with a child's speaking, listening, reading, and writing. It can often be mistaken for poor behavior and inattention.
But as you get into the early literacy skills, it may be difficult for them to rhyme or play those kinds of sound games where you are looking for an sound in a word.
Of course, there's a long list of other conditions that could be impacting children, which is why Springle suggests talking to teachers, the family doctor, and seeing a speech-language pathologist.
That's why you need the full battery of individuals is to rule out some of these underlying concerns.
Because one of those underlying conditions could be dyslexia.
I think some parents just aren't aware that there maybe is an issue, or if there is, where to go, what to do, who do I find?
Cheryl Meyer and Mary Del Pilar found Bear Reading Center in South Bend.
I mean, her self-esteem just skyrocketed from that point on.
Now that their children are grown up and successful.
And I've always had a passion for this.
They're giving back to help other children overcome their hidden challenges.
Well, it's a very multi-sensory approach.
There are many other hidden challenges that kids may be struggling with. Dyslexia and developmental language disorder are just 2 possibilities that often go undiagnosed. On Wednesday, how visual processing issues can impact children's reading and writing.
Thanks for watching. Here's another story you may like, and subscribe to the WSBT 22 YouTube channel.